Turn around, look at what you see in her face, the mirror of your dreams. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming out here today with a VeVe, OMI, Definity, DEVVE, daCat, SHIRO, DMC ladies update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. We've got a couple of good pieces of news here that we'll go over. I don't know about any of these particular messages that I'm getting right now because I am, y'all know I'm not a San Diego, right? Okay. VeVe, all right. So VeVe has right on the thumbnail. If you actually pick a certain day, they've tripled their users on certain days. Where is it today? All right, let's just go to last week or 2 weeks ago. We'll take you all the way, take you back to 73 before I ever had a multi-platinum selling CD. Sorry, that's Eminem. Going from July 8th, let's just go all the way back to July 1st because we have not had 1,000 active user day in July up until recently. From July 1st to July 8th, we had 532 daily active users at a minimum, maximum 819. So from the 1st to the 8th, really was not looking great. Then when you go from the 8th to like the 15th, 16th, 17th, go from the 8th to the 17th. Same thing, you had 532 as the minimum, and the maximum was 820. I'm sorry, 883. So getting kind of close to 900, but we still haven't even had a day up until July 17th that broke into the 900 daily active users. And then it's like, what is going on? Like it shouldn't be that hard to get 1,000 daily active users. And then on 18 July, because last time we had was 17 July, 756, right? Or am I tripping here? Yeah, 17 July was 756. And then on 18 July, 1,210 active users. And it's like, okay, well, is that, Chavez, that's like one day. And then on 19 July, we had 901 active users. And that's, again, so we blew right past 900, go to 1,210. Then we come back down a little bit to 901. Then on July 20th, we go to 1,323. And that's like, okay, now we have averaged those days out. And you have like 1,130, like you have well over 1,000 active daily users. The 21st, for whatever reason, there's a bug and we're not able to see the daily active users for the 21st. The 22nd, you have another day at 983. So you're still above 1,000 users per day if you go from the 18th to the 21st. I'm sorry, to the 22nd. Then blowout day on the 23rd, 1,952. We haven't had that in a long time. I'm pretty sure I know why we had it on the 23rd. I'm not mistaken, it was because of Silver Surfer number 1. It was Silver Surfer number 1. Yeah, that $5,000 bounty. So I guess all it takes to get 2,000 users a day and to say, like, now this sold out because regardless of the bounty, you could have had $1,000 bounty. Silver Surfer number 1 probably would have sold out, even if there was no bounty. But a $5,000 bounty gets headlines. But again, even if there was no bounty at all, it probably would have sold out. But it definitely wouldn't have sold out in 2 seconds like it did. And you probably would not have had 1,952 users. You probably would have had 800, 1,200 users, give or take. But everyone was wanting that $5,000 bounty. So here's the thing. What do we need to do? Like can we play this out? If we made $30,000 on the drop, how much of that goes to VeVe? Half? Okay, $15,000. I think there's a way, and VeVe probably takes more because again, like a lot of times they'll probably take a certain amount because again, the Apple fee. But now that they have the web app, then they could have this workaround where they don't have to pay 30% to Apple anymore. And a lot of people, because if I want to buy $100 worth of gems, it's $100 on app.vv.me, but it's like $100 and change. Like it costs me more money if I do it on the actual physical app on the phone without going to the web version. So people should be incentivized to go and use app.vv.me, the actual website. But what I'm trying to get at here is VeVe's margins are going up. And if all it takes is a $5,000 bounty to not only sell out $30,000 worth of product, like again, like people are, I'm going to assume, and correct me if I'm wrong, that most people that bought this comic did not read it. I'm going to also assume that most people that bought this comic was not aware that a 9.8 goes for $130,000. They were not aware of the significance. They probably would know, okay, Silver Surfer number 1, yeah, sure, probably pretty good. But I don't think they would have understood really the significance unless you had Comics and Crypto, Sleeping Comics. Other people come in and be like, no, this is really special because of X, Y, and Z. So if it costs $5,000 to get, because again, people are probably going in for that headline, you could have sold them bottle caps. And they would have said, yeah, for the mint number 1,811, $5,000, even like a $3,000 bounty. If people would probably go in and gamble and be like, hey, I'll totally do it. I'm going to gamble because it costs, well, that one costs $15. But if you do something else that's $3,000 or 3,000 mints. So how do you make 30? So you make them $10 each, 3,000 mints, and you put a $3,000 bounty on it. That would probably sell out a lot. The only thing is that VeVe would run the risk of that popping out super early, and it's like, oh shit, we didn't make our money back. Unless they make it so that you don't know what mint you got until like 20 minutes in. That's possible too, but I think that it might behoove VeVe to take a look at certain drops that they could do where they could put their own $3,000 bounty on something. People would gamble for that. They sell out. And then they make, yeah, sure, they paid the $3,000 bounty, but they also make, like 10 times that. They gross 10 times that. I think that would be a net win, essentially a lottery, every single drop. And they could sell out every one like that. And they could do 10, like today, it was Comic-Con. One of the drops sold out because it was scarce, 888 editions. The other, and this, like, Assassin's Creed is one of like some of the greatest games like in the past 20 years. It was on Xbox. It was Gears of War. It was Assassin's Creed. And I assume that, a couple of things that I can't think of right now because it was 20 years ago. But that was the mid 2000s. Like everyone was playing that shit. And that drop made like 4,000. All right, so and this is why I'm building this universe for meme coins for VeVe. Because when you take something, let's go to our latest drops here. Now, I've had Carl Choi on 247 Comics on a couple of times. He's a great dude, skilled writer, like he makes good comics. How many people? I read his comics and I haven't read this one. It sold out likely because of 888 editions. And nobody outside of VeVe knows what that IP. I mean, some people knew. Like they've had successful Kickstarters and stuff like. But I don't think many of the people on here were like super pumped. Yo, Zero Ghost number 3. And again, I think I have the first 2. I don't have that one yet because it sold out before I got to it. It was the fact that it was pretty limited editions. But Assassin's Creed, one of like the most popular video games in the 2000s, and I assume carried popularity in 2010s as well. This made less than Zero Ghost number 3 Fucking what? I'll repeat that. Assassin's Creed made less than Zero Ghost number 3. One, Call Troy's got to be just celebrating like heck right now. How much of the and again, these look incredible. Like the collectibles look absolutely incredible. But I think it's because you had, again, you don't have a ton of the fans of the IP that are here. You have 2,000 editions of the common. You have Altair crouching. You have Altair crouching in a different position. You have him crouching in a different position. And then it's before he crouches, before the leap. I'm sure VeVe studies this. I'm sure they know about it. I think the limited, it looks better when stuff sells out. So again, I think also if there was a bounty on certain mint numbers, even if it was for like $1,000 for this, 500 for this, that would likely help them sell a bit more. So again, that's why we had 1,952 people on the 23rd, and on the 24th we went back to 1,174. So this has been an incredible week for VeVe. Since the 18th, there were only 2 days that were under 1,000, and it was 901 and 983. It wasn't like it was like 537. No, it was still very close. And again, that 23rd going up to 1952. A lot of this is likely because of Comic-Con week. Now we do have a lot of people joining. There's like 300 plus people that joined over the last month. Does that mean anything when you compare it to Disney Pinnacle? Absolutely not. I'll show you why. You have Robert Geek over on on Facebook saying, Disney Pinnacle recently concluded its Genesis Disney 1 of 1 promotion, which coincided with other major campaigns like Disney Plus Perks, Disneyland Good Neighbors. Together, these efforts have fueled a significant surge in new users over the past month. New unique minters from June to July, like 2-ish months, like a month and a half. Disney Pinnacle had 7,500 new unique minters. That is freaking insane. VeVe had 300. Now, granted, Disney has been posting up on their Disney Plus. Check this out. They're advertising for Disney Pinnacle. Disney has done diddly squat for VeVe as far as advertising for them, at least in the past 4 years, right? So despite Disney, again, not doing diddly squat for VeVe in the advertising realm, still managed to get another 300 users, which I know sounds like nothing, but when the average daily user was like 700, you essentially, you go up quite a bit. You go up like 40-ish%. And I think that's something that we should pay attention to, because it's not going to take 50,000 users for us to pump. It might only take a couple thousand, because again, green candles get more green candles. I've seen more positivity for VeVe in the last week and a half than I have in a long, long time. So again, how does this affect OMI? Well, it hasn't. We're up 0.5. We're up 0.5% on the day, which is, it could be up 0.5%, down 0.5%. Not really a thing. At 00019, again, not much. There, each day though, like yesterday, we had that little teeny tiny spike up to 2.1. Today, that little teeny tiny spike up to 1.95. So again, like you do get a little bit of buy volume. It never lasts. And again, the volume is 1.78 million, so it's still really low. I think a lot of the problem is that there just really hasn't been new users. I see it coming though. I see all of the money coming in to NFTs. It is going to come into VeVe. Some of it already has. But I think after the con is over, we really need to get more of a get David and Dan in front of actual crypto people, and not people that have 30 followers on YouTube. What's up, Beer Man? How's it going, fam? Kuma says, "What up, fam?" VeVe Zombie says, "Yo, what up? What up, Zombie? Yo, Kuma, how's it going? Meow, 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 meow. VeVe Digital Collectibles. Happy Friday, Randy. Why? Thank you for you repost it. You did repost the stream. I was, I'll go over that again later, because the first 15 minutes I probably should have waited to let people get here. But yeah, David, as CEO of VeVe, has been doing an excellent job repping VeVe every chance he gets. amazing, right? Company would not be here without him. However, CEO of OMI, it's a horse of a different color, and we would like it if either David or Dan were to go on bigger channels talking about the token, what it could do in there. So again, if they're listening, great. If not, no big deal. I did throw out to Guido yesterday, saying that I don't know if this reaches Johnny Depp or not, right? I would totally give him a gold and silver logo if he were to come on the podcast, and I would love for him to come and talk about Hyde, talk about. Apparently, he's involved in every aspect of that. That would be great. But yeah, well, we shall see. Anywho, let's go. Connor saying, "Hey, Randy, what's up, Connor? Let's see where this volume's coming from for OMI. We've got 10% from OKX, 7% from XE, 31% from Gate.io, and 32% from DeepCoin. Congrats. All right. Speaking of people that sponsored the channel, let's go to DeLorean and see where they're at today and see what they're up to. They are up 2.3%. Let's go. Let's get that bread. They were really close to 003. They haven't reached that, and that was where I was going to buy more. I had Bleaves Crypto on today, and we'll get into DEVVE in a second. We talked about DEVVE after we went for like an hour-ish, a little bit more than an hour, and then he stayed on for like another 45 minutes after that as we talked about comics, about VeVe. Like a lot of the comics we have on VeVe. Maybe he'll. So I planted the seed, right? We talked about Definity, which I think he really likes, and then we talked about DeLorean. And DeLorean, he's like, listen, they started over here, they went up here, and then they dumped. And I told him it was because you have these KOLs that all they did was dump. Like me, I never sold my DMC that I was paid. And then I got another batch of DMC that I was owed like 2 days ago. And that's when other people started to dump as well. They're like, oh, we're getting the rest of our tokens. Now that wasn't the rest of my tokens that I would get, but it doesn't matter. I'm not selling at these prices. And I think it's kind of rude to sell. Like if they pay to, and then you immediately sell, like you're just trying to use your audience as exit liquidity, and that's kind of wrong. So I took a look at what he was talking about. And I was like, hey, at some point, like DEVVE, when you have those token unlocks, these sales are going to stop. And he agreed that it's kind of that in between where it is a legit business. They are disruptive, but sometimes they do act like a meme coin because they have these KOLs that kind of just looked at it like a meme coin. And they're like, oh yeah, DeLorean. Like every time I see someone like or even Sui itself saying, what's your favorite meme coin on Sui? The comments are flooded with like DMC. And I was like, that's not what you want to be as mostly. You want to be known as a project that generates revenue, that has hype, that Christopher Lloyd comes in and does a commercial for you. Same with Patrick Stewart. Like you got to respect that and not necessarily call yourself a meme token when you're so much more. But again, some memes have power. And it looks like Sui's putting a lot of money into this. So I think at some point it goes pretty crazy. None of this is financial advice. Again, they do sponsor the channel, but I always said I would just give my general take on it. And my take is that I think it does really well in a blow off top. Speaking of blow off top, let's talk about DEVVE and see what he said. So there's a couple of groups for DEVVE on Telegram. There's like the official group where you're not allowed to talk price, you're not allowed to really like insult anyone. It's just supposed to be like an official place of talking. I don't even want to say of business because you can't talk about price, you can't talk about speculate. You can speculate, but again, they don't want to see anything as considered pumping, so they're being very, very good about it. And there's a trading group where you can talk about price stuff. I'm in there all the time speculating. And then there's a whale group, which I am not in because I don't have enough. Despite DEVVE being my third biggest bag, what do you need? You need like $55,000 worth of DEVVE. I just don't have that yet. Will I ever get that? Maybe if OMI goes up or Definity whatever goes up, I'll get it. But either way, I posted about believes coming on, because he was very bullish on DEVVE on the stream that we had. We disagreed on a couple of things, but for the most part, we kind of saw like eye to eye. Like what's that Goofy movie song? If we listen to each other, seeing it eye to eye. Yeah, we saw it eye to eye on a lot of things, and I was happy about it. Like again, it was a bullish interview, and I go to the trade, like the DEVVE trading group, and I was like, hey, you know, I just had Believes on. It was a really, really bullish interview, and the salt that some people were like, you know, salt baying. They were just like, no, he's a clown. And I was like, what do you? So apparently he did a video like yesterday, and people didn't like it. And I was like, listen, he, like, yeah, is there certain things that are supposed to happen in Q3 that, not that he's not bullish on, but is he convinced that some of those things will not, most of those things will not move the needle at all? Yeah, and he's right. Most of the things in Q3 are not going to move the needle in a significant way. But well, there is one we think will, and that'll be the public sharding. But outside of that, even the other ones will get a little bit of attention. But we did say at the end of the day, they do need, same thing as David and Dan, they need to go in, and if they want the token to do well, they need to go in and kind of market a bit and go to, like, the roundups that they do every week are fantastic. Like they are amazing 20-ish minute videos, but that's really only for the community. That's not getting new people onto your token. For that, they would have to do other stuff. So I understand what he's saying. And again, he was really bullish. He said that once the partner, and this is where we do. So he's thinking, I'm hoping that, well, I mean, we all hope New York Stock Exchange, right? Well, he's thinking a U.S. stock exchange, so like NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, whatever. I'm thinking that it could be that, could be London, Beijing, one of those places. Either way, he says that whenever they announce who their exchange partner is, could be foreign, could be the U.S., you have no idea, right? He says that once they announce that, he said you could be looking at like 100x. And I was like, just from the announcement, like the announcement, even if they're partnered with like the greatest company on earth, that doesn't mean they're going to be making a lot of money from it. It doesn't mean that the revenues are going to be high or the margins are going to be high. And he said, it doesn't matter. It's just about crypto and speculation. And I was like, well, fair point. But 100x from here is pretty large. I would love that. I'd be a multi-millionaire. Multi-millionaire from that. Anyway, that was his thoughts on DEVVE. Let's see what else we have on here for DEVVE. Back down to normal, $500,000 in volume, $46 million market cap. Gun to my head, might go a bit lower from here, just because, again, you're not adding any new wallets. Bull run is here, it is happening. When does that translate into alt season? I don't know. Within a year. Zombie saying Essence looking juicy. Let's take a look at Essence. Well, when you're down, okay, they're down to the 3 cents again. 3 cents. They were 2.5 cents not too long ago. Got up to 6 cents or whatever it was, and now we're down to 3.9. Yeah, on like look at the monthly. The back down like 2.5 cents, going up to 5.5. Yeah, almost pretty much 6. Back down to 3.9 now. So again, pretty not a great. I mean, it's good if you want to stack, which I might. I don't know. I'll keep y'all posted. Right about Kyle, what percentage of chance are you putting on Pokemon being the big news? 0.5%. I just maybe it should be like 1 or 2%, you know, but so I guess we'll talk about that. David going on. Oh, my friend. So good. Anyway, it's her birthday too. David, you had posted, hey, look at that. It's a Pokemon Mega Evolution. And it's Mega Charizard. I think it's Mega Charizard Y. And that is for the Mega Evolution Experience, San Diego. He's just a fan. That's it, guys. Like, maybe he closed the deal with them, and this is his way of teasing. But guys, he's just a fan. I don't think we have Pokemon right now. I think we get it at some point because Pokemon will wisen up, Nintendo will wisen up, and they'll realize, okay, yeah, it's actually probably the best thing for us. Unfortunately, David, to my knowledge, I mean, best as I can guess, does not have it, because if he did, and then he teased something like that could like throw it into question, throw it into jeopardy. Whenever he stops posting about Pokemon, you haven't seen him talk about it for like 6 to 12 months. Then I would be like, okay, why stop talking about it? Okay, maybe he's got it. But while he's talking about it, I don't think he has it, or he could be trolling us, right? We have no idea. What's up, Planet Vampire? How's it going? Debbie Enthusiast, hey bro, what's your target end of the year? Well, it depends. If I'm not going to be as bullish as Bleaves, who thinks 100x, I'd be okay with a 30x, where they announced the partner, we're at $15. I'm cool with that. I am chill. And that happens, and OMI's still down here. I'll get a billion OMI. I'll get a bunch more Definity. What you got? We were talking. Me and Bleaves were talking about Definity, and he really likes that. So I think after a couple of days, and he looks into it, I feel like he might give him a shout out, because again, it's incredible. Gee. Yeah. So I guess target end of year. I'm hoping for $15. Bleaves is thinking absolutely not. He's thinking like 3x that, like 90 to 100x. We'll see. Honestly, even at $5, 10x from here, just oh god, give me something like that. But yeah, who knows? Anyway, we'll let's go over some daCat and see where the kitty's at today. Not really exciting. Up 1% on the day for daCat. $2 million market cap. $2.1 million market cap. $2,000 in volume. I do like it. I really like it. I'm on page like 30 of the Coin comic. When you have people, fudge your mother. Sorry. When a company or a project has their own artist, it becomes a lot easier to go in and say, hey, like, because if you have to pay for the artist, hey, let's keep it around 22 pages, okay, I'll try. But when you have your own artist, like Coin does, I can do 35 to 40 pages, and it doesn't cost them anything extra. They have their own artist that'll do the work, so it's fine. So that's why you have, ow, ooh, my thumb cracked. That's why you have like with daCat, we have this insanely incredible artist, and it's going to be like the first work is going to be 50 pages. It's going to be insane. Ladies on Solana might be like 28 pages. Space Penguin's not 100% sure. Like, it's done, but we have some things we might have split into 2 pages. We'll see. But either way, daCat's looking great. Speaking of like tokens, I really want to give a shout out to Ladies on Solana, and I want to give out to Pixie, who is head of Ladies on Solana. It's a very small $35,000 market cap. It's up 27% on the day, but a small $35,000 market cap. And we had a talk today, like a couple hours ago, about plans for it. Like we're in the brainstorming mode, and like you guys have seen what I've done with daCat over the last couple months. It's great. It's $2 million market cap now. I think at some point when the bull run gets here and memes are flooded, and not that Ladies is essentially a meme because it's a 501c3, they have this charity, profit with a purpose, like similar to Space Penguin. It's great. And I have multiple millions of dollars. I'm just going to pump the shit out of it. Granted, I already own 9% of the token right now, not to be sold at. I'm not going to sell below 100K. I'm probably not going to sell below $250,000. So have a lot of room to run. I'll probably only get more. But this will work because she's willing to do whatever it takes, because this is her baby. Like the same way daCat is my baby, and plan to buy land in Madagascar to help endangered species. This is her thing, like her soul sanctuary for animals that she would rehab or that she would save from shelters. This is it. So I know that this is going to be, and also when Ladies reaches a $10 million market cap, she's going to give away a full Bitcoin, which is insane. Anyway, just shout out to Ladies. They're on Solana. I love them. And again, I have 9%. I want to be upfront, have 9%. Will not sell below a $250,000 market cap. Not that I would sell everything. I would, when that happens, like you'll never see like a giant dump. You will not see any crazy sell pressure from my account. Put it that way. But that's shout out to Ladies. They do not sponsor. They're in the daCat universe. Their comic is really freaking good. But they don't sponsor anything. Anyway, let's do SHIRO. Let's take a look at the SHIRO. See where we're at. My other little kitty coin over here, down about 3% on the day. 500,000 in volume. And what we got? What you know? What you need? 22% on MEXC, 19% on Gate, 16% on XT, 31% on KCEX. Yeah, down 3. What was the market cap here? 5.25 million, fully diluted. I wonder if daCat can catch him. I wonder if daCat can catch him. You know, we'll see. I mean, they have a lot more people in their whale group. They have a lot, like, but man, a lot of awesome stuff here. Again, they have more than enough funds to last until, like, you know, next bear market. But I can't wait to see what they do when their stuff comes out on VeVe. When they have more eyes on it, will be great. What's up, Debbie G? Pink Panther says Silver Surfer sold out in seconds. It did. It did. 30K, just like that. Awesome. Oh, thank you, Saffron the Cat, for re-quoting Randy Chavez. I'll give y'all oh, what is Coinverse? What the heck? Coinverse is helping crypto Web3. It's 45,000 followers over on X, saying the cat is on the prowl. The cat isn't just a meme coin. It's a legacy in the making. This is written by ChatGPT. Join the movement before the next big breakout. Join the wave. Oh, he lists the chart, the Telegram, the website. Does he show the link tree? He does not. Contract address, though. He's good times. Good times. And thank y'all for going on. Thank y'all for sharing this. This is good times. Good times for daCat. Anyway, let's go to SHIRO's page on X, and let's see if they've announced anything today. Good, feeling alright, baby. I'm the best. X your memes to let them sleep. Solana just woke up, and so did SHIRO. All right, nice. They reposted that. We'll give that a little like. Walter James says the bull market hits hard. Used to headhunt. Now he has to survive it. The hunter has become frozen, but SHIRO stands strong. Oh, I like that. All right, very good, SHIRO. All right, we did SHIRO, DEVVE, daCat, DMC. All right, Definity. So yeah, I went over this with Bleaves. Again, he really seems to like it. Carlos Castro saying that is extremely cheap. 5K marketing would cost way more. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't have enough OMI. Yeah, I would like more OMI as well. So I think that we can see more stuff with OMI. Eureka! I think with the daCat comic, it'll make so much. VeVe will be so happy, and we might be able to do some promotions, cross pollination of stuff. Anyway, Definity, they're up 1.5% on the day, kind of flat. 8,900 in volume, 5.5 million market cap. When I was telling Bleaves about this, he's like, "Bro, like what they're doing, and their market cap." And then he also said, like, okay, hey, it doesn't look like the amount of wallets has increased a ton. A lot of it is just people accumulating. I was like, yeah, a lot of it's me and my network. And he's like, okay, fair point. So like I said, he said like getting in down here could be a generational move. You know, if it works out, obviously, because I know this company super intimately, as I own part of it. and they own part of the cat IP. They own, like, they work with institutions every day. They do amazing stuff every day, and they own part of the channel. So shout out to them. Shout out to Manu. That I talked to Manu today. Everything's doing well. Everything's doing well. Just do 10 million. 10 million what? VeVe should just do 10 million OMI bounties so they don't lose any money. They could do that as well, but that would likely create some sell pressure on the token. If I were to win it, I would not sell it. At least not right away. I would likely keep most of it. If, however, I saw a good deal on a collectible, you know, I would go in and use some of that OMI to buy that collectible. But for the most part, yeah, I would just keep it. Jason Pena, thanks for being a member. And you too, Wes, thanks for being a member. Jason Pena says, the only problem VeVe has with bounty is when the bounty is a mint number. That, yes, that was a big no funno. No funno? Is that a word? And let's go to Definity Markets, because I think they did post something recently. They did. And so it begins. I feel like, what's his name? Not Lord Elrond, not Theoden King. So it begins. Definity Network bought back 16,451 Definity from the open market, which is the first pebble in what will become an avalanche of buybacks. 16,451 DEVVE, which I don't think is a lot at all. $500 worth, but they did it, and I'm happy with it. Happy Friday, Mosman. Happy Friday. Meow, 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 meow. Love Friday the 13th. It's not Friday the 13th, but that's a quote from Hey Arnold. What's up, VeVe Digital Collectibles? How's it going? Oh, Saffron's a cat reposting me saying the Randy got the daCat. Why I do. Wag me shills. What the fudge? 438,000 followers over on the X, and Wag me shills posted about daCat. Say what is going on today? Saying the cat is on the prowl. The cat isn't just a meme coin. It's a legacy in the making. Join the movement before the next big breakout. Join the wave. So they just got, that is like literally the exact same thing that the other person posted, but that is, all right, hold on. I gotta, Jesus. Okay, hold on. We're gonna go share this copy, and I'm gonna go to, I'm sorry, I'm not getting anyone's notifications here. It's just, we got quote here. All right, so this is on the Coinverse. I don't know if I even said anything about that. But then they going on Wag me shills. I'll be like, check out what we're doing. I think everyone will like it. And I will paste that. And that is bananas. What the heck is going on? Like, I know I'm missing stuff in group chats, but god damn. Anyway, happy Friday. Happy Friday. OMI, Definity, DMC, daCat, SHIRO. Okay, we did it. We did all the stuff. Now let's take a look. Oh, there's so much news today. Yes, I think we have to go through at least yesterday's, but I think some of this as well. Paramount paying South Park, went over that. Utility for a piece where holders can become actual investors in the Chavez Wildlife Nature Preserve. That would be really cool. What's up, Omar? Good evening. Good evening. Think about it. Says, how much would it cost to run advertising on YouTube for a month targeting crypto? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I wish I did know, because then maybe I could try it. Penguins, do you think VeVe team is too small and the OMI team barely exists? I don't think that would be their biggest problem. I think their biggest, the biggest problem in the entire space is getting the fans of certain IP to come buy digital collectibles on your app. Like that is a $100 billion question. But you don't need a big team for that. Like, so I can't help think, but this Roblox thing, Roblox posted a week ago about how they're doing this new IP thing where anyone that has the rights to the IP can go in and like essentially make money and make games with this IP. And obviously like half of it has to go to the IP holder, but VeVe already has all of these licenses, and I can't help but think that they wouldn't be the perfect fit. They would be the perfect fit for this. And it's like nothing. Like, so on the one hand, you got to think that, what the fuck are they doing? Like, so it's either one of two things. It's either, hey, there was here's where the Roblox rumor came from. VeVe started doing this thing on this, on this day, I see clear. They do the thing that on this day, X amount of years ago, Roblox came out. On this day, X amount of years ago, Minecraft came out. On this day, X amount of years ago, Pac-Man came out. And they kept doing it again and again and again to no avail. And the rumor came for, like, Roblox was one of the first things that they did. And they're like, oh, do we have Roblox? And VeVe said, listen, guys, this post is just about commemorating a time in history. But they said this post. So either that speculation that it's kind of run amok is true, and we do have that because, again, we'd be the perfect fit for that, or VeVe is just dropping the ball in like a horrible way. So, but again, right now it's Schrodinger's marketing. It is both the best marketing and not great marketing at the same time, because we don't know what that big announcement was. We don't know why we don't have drops tomorrow. Likely, I'm going to say it's because tomorrow we're going to have a surprise drop. That's my speculation on it. But there's the big announcement that David has been teasing for months now. That hasn't come. Like that wasn't Johnny Depp, which heckin' cool. And again, would love to get him on the pod. Willing to give him one of my gold and silver logos for it. Not my number 41, because that's worth like 25 grand. But the others, I'll give you one of the others. I have two others. You can take your pick, Johnny Depp. And I'll buy you a bottle of wine, or whiskey, or whatever you want. I feel like I'm throwing my, if you want the kitchen sink, I'll throw that in too, right? Anyway, what do we got here? What are we talking about? Yeah, so the marketing, it's not a matter of how big or small they are. It's what you do. It's like Mewtwo. The circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant. It's what you do with the gift of life that make you who you are. It doesn't matter the size of the team. You could have 8,000 people like sitting on their fingers all day and fucking diddling themselves, or you could have this really dedicated team of like 12. Like for daCat, everybody's doing something in daCat. Like I don't know how on earth, like, we got WagMe shills with 438,000 people that follow them to go in and what was their most recent post? It was literally daCat. Literally daCat 45 minutes ago. Like, that is their most recent post. I don't know how we got that. I'm sure was Degato, he's on there, so maybe he paid for it. And I guess something similar having to do with Coinverse that has 45,000, almost 46,000 followers on there. And the most recent thing they have, posted about daCat. So daCat, there's 20 something people in the whale group, out of which there's 40 messages in there, and there's a bunch. Okay, I'm getting freaked out. There's so many messages, but out of which maybe we have like 10 or 12 people a day. Like again, I'm exceedingly proud of the way that I've been able to work with them to get us up to a $2 million market cap from like 400,000 a few months ago, to half of, like, the amount of liquidity that is locked is greater than our market cap was 4 months ago. I'm very proud of that. So might have even been 3 months ago. So like I said, exceedingly proud. And what does this mean for, like, if we can do this for, like, it is easier to buy daCat than it is OMI. I'll repeat, it is easier to buy daCat, you buy daCat with a credit card, than it is for OMI. It's not about the size of the team. It's about the amount of people on the team that's willing to do whatever it takes for it to grow. And you have that with daCat, and you have that with certain people on VeVe. Most of the team on VeVe, like, nobody knows who they are. They know the faces. They know Old Rhubarb. They know, obviously they know Corey. They know my collectibles, and we love them. But like the rest of the team, like we just don't really see. Like, so I'm sure they're doing, like, again, you see it in the collectibles. They look freaking amazing. They are the best looking NFTs in the world, bar none. But again, like, the allocation of resources should probably go into some, especially now, some type of marketing. And it's like, I know VeVe is one thing and Akomi is another. Dr. Stuff, who is exceptional at knowing the laws around securities, at knowing the laws around things, saying like, no, Akomi can 100% go in and comment on like Hesse.base or Jesse.base, saying like, hey, what are you bullish on? And they just say like, I really like Akomi. Here's what Akomi can do. Akomi can buy collectibles from Disney. Akomi can buy collectibles from Lamborghini and Aston Martin. High class. They don't have to talk about price at all. They don't have to put rocket emojis. They just like, here's what Akomi can do. And again, I assume there's a bunch of red tape, because like, why else aren't they doing it? You've seen this really big push from Crypto Cosmo and VeVe Viral about, hey, why aren't we doing this? And it's like they're Thanosing it. Like, fine, I'll do it myself, rallying people to vote. And here's the other thing. Ask not what your company can. Ask not what your bags can do for you. Ask what you can do for your bags. It's very easy to go on CoinMarketCap, scroll down a little bit, and vote bullish. That took what, 4 seconds? That it's very easy to do that. Everybody should be doing that. CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko. I don't know if I have a CoinGecko. Did I vote? It looks like I voted. But again, that should be like the bare minimum that people should do if you want to work for your bags. Oh shit. Anyway, is it too late to make changes for this bull run? Am I Steppenwolf in 79? Because it's never too late to start all over again. What year did that come out? That was definitely not 79. Steppenwolf. Never too. Oh, 69. 69. All right. It's off by a decade. Comment nice down below with the 69. Your eyes are moist, just scream and shout as though you were a man possessed. Bro, the Steppenwolf is so freaking good. That is such a good band. You know him. Get your motor running, head out on the highway. Yeah, you know. Anyway. Oh God, that is such a great freaking song. Anyway, let's do. Oh, I already did all the crypto. I guess we're getting to the comments here before I go. Oh God, there's a lot of comments. Oh God, there's so many comments. That was Wes. Great idea. Use that OMI. Yeah, DEVVE news. DEVVE news is great. We had that roadmap yesterday. I believe he's very super bullish about DEVVE. I was saying it's fun to see David share his fandom, and I look forward on the Mega Evolution series. Me too. David Cook says, David, you grew some confidence big time. Day and night differences in public speaking via his speech at Hall H. I heard the speech was great, and I can't wait. Oh, also, you know what I can't wait to do? I can't wait to tell y'all to smash that like button. Smash it. Free. Oh, thank you guys. Free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways, Patreon. So thanks button down below. Super chats as well. Okay. Mosbane reposted the stream. My man, get that bread. Omar says, Rob David secured more partners. Rob David secures more partners. That's what I can see too, because his fandom is the best. Yes, we are. I agree. It's time for the cat, but repost the stream. Repost. ECG, East Continental Gems, looked very nice setup, an amazing collab with VeVe. I heard many amazing things. I heard a lot of great things. Sketch Labs, what's up, Randy? Hope that back is progressing better. You know what? It's not, but I remain hopeful because, like, it's actually last night I was on the phone with someone and I was like, I have to pee, and then I was like, oh, and I got like stuck on the toilet. I was like, oh God. And then I eventually didn't get stuck on the, but yeah, for a second I was like, ooh, ooh, that was rough. Couldn't get up. But it was late at night. I slowed down at night. I could do pull-ups all the damn day. And I can hang. That helps, I think. Average Cavs, hey Randy, how's it going, my friend? Look, freaking go daCat. That's going pretty well. The amount of stuff that we have going for daCat, very happy about. And oh shoot, Baby Fam Bam took a chance and got a 1 of 50 special editions. Minty 32 biatches. Epic. Oh my God, I love her so much. Oh, I hope she's happy. I hope she sells it for a lot of money. And then she uses that money on OMI. We'll make her rich. Jose Frico says, I have a big collection of the first VeVe drops. Are they worth more than what I bought? Did you get them on the drop? Or did you buy them? Because if you got them on the drop, then possibly, yeah. Definitely for like Todd and Riso, if you got them on the drop, yeah. If you didn't get them on the drop and you paid like $8,000 for them, nah, fam. Yeah, they are not. Thank you. Dog Boy says, hi, y'all. What did I miss, by the way? Stacker, yeah, Stacker does rock, right? Told you. Stacker is some of the best things. Oh, my back. Okay, let's get to some of this news here because I'm. Yep, utility. Okay. Holders of daCat comics. We're gonna bring so much utility for the holders of daCat comics. It's gonna be fantastic. You have no idea of the set and certain mint numbers. Banker. President Trump visited the Federal Reserve, and now suddenly Jerome Powell is not resigning, and supposedly he's going to do the right thing next week. We get a little bit of a rate cut in August. Let's go. House panel orders chairman to issue subpoenas for Bill and Hillary Clinton in Epstein investigation. Bro. Nope. I was showing a friend something yesterday, 2 days ago. That's me as a blonde. Yep. You can tell it was years ago because I do not have my Donkey Kong tattoo. And I was very thin. Great times. Oh. Not on this day. 3 years ago, I was chilling with having a great time. Gary O 1234CA3 says Stacker World is legit. 104 in circulation for the flying balloon girl. Gary O 1234 is very good at pointing out scarce stuff. Sketch Labs, speaking of comments, how's progress? Still plenty of work on. I could send me your Telegram. We're almost done with the daCat. We'll be done in like 2 weeks with the first daCat book. Yeah, maybe like 2 weeks for the first daCat book. I only gave him notes on like the first 14 pages, but he's got like 40 pages done. I just have to go through the rest of them and give him notes on that. Honestly, a lot of my day is now talking to artists and saying like, hey, here's the note, like, because they've drawn a lot of stuff, and I just have to say, hey, fix that, do X, Y, and Z. Can we fix this? Can we write this here? Remove these chat bubbles. Here's this new email. Really, really awesome stuff. Like, we'll get out for a September launch. We'll get out for a September launch, and we'll probably go on. I'll ask David. We might not even need to wait for the VeVe Comics Curator program. We could just probably go in as like a, hey, here's what we're doing. It'd be dope. You don't have to go right now. DeLorean Labs is our community never ceases to amaze us, and there just may be some hidden alpha in here. Enjoy your futuristic DMZ date night this weekend with everyone. Oh, very nice. Yes, date night. Love it. So yeah, we should be able to do that in a couple months. We've got Sham G13, level 69. And shout out to Gary. I love that the fans tag me whenever there's a 69. Y'all are my bays. Oh, anyone ever watch Kids Next Door? Great show. On this day, 9 years ago, there was a scorpion in my boot. So for anyone that's ever been in the military, anyone that's ever been deployed, what do you like? I still shake out my shoes before I put them on. Why? You gotta check for scorpions. I don't think there are any scorpions in Ohio, but I still do that. Meow meow, love, meow meow meow. The Baker, what's up, Baker? Meow meow, love you. Yeah. Oh, I can't show this picture, but well, maybe I can. Me and a friend. So she was cosplaying as Daryl Dixon, and I was cosplaying as Deadpool, and it was just a nice memory. Good times, good time, and we had a little crossover moment, and it was a good weekend. Anyway, oh, I don't know what this is from the Christmas party. So me and my friend Andrew, she's been on the podcast before. She's changed her name like 6 times. Here's me, 2 beers in one hand, and my friend Andrew. That was Christmas party like 2014, like 11 years ago. Good times. Yesterday, the ETF, or 2 days ago, sold $85 million worth of Bitcoin and bought $332 million worth of Ethereum. Money be flowing into ETH, my friend. Smackdown just did a tribute to Hulk Hogan. Man, is he something to watch? Gotta love it. Oh, VeVe Digital Collectibles giving me some love. Thank you for the hearts, blue hearts. We love you, VeVe. We love you, VeVe. Meow, 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 meow. All right, where were we? Space Penguins. Thank you for those lovely words. Randy, not spend another $1 on OMI or VeVe until I see serious advertising. That's fine. I don't blame you. That you are not alone in that camp. Magic Pin Collector says 2 Genesis pins on Disney Pinnacle just sold on the platform. Pixar Incredibles sold 25,000. Star Wars has 30. Oh my good God, my God. Let me just take a picture of that. My God, that's incredible. Maybe says it's all organic. daCat doesn't pay for poster ads yet. Oh, hey yo, let's go. How did he do that then? That's incredible. Guys, Definity is just crushing it. A wallet holding $468 million worth of Bitcoin has moved for the first time in 15 years. He bought Bitcoin at 37 cents. He made a 315,000x just by holding Bitcoin. President Trump says he wants Elon Musk and all U.S. businesses to thrive like never before. Cool. This Friday at 8 a.m. UTC, 107,000 Bitcoin were set to expire on Deribit with a notional value of 12.67 billion. Ethereum max pain price 2,800, 2.71 billion notional value put call, and Anchorage Digital Partners with Athena Labs to launch the first Genius-compliant federally regulated stablecoin. Penguin says, could Disney Pinnacle be a competitor to VeVe? And that's why Disney never marketed VeVe? It's possible. It's possible. Penguin says, what's pumping up my VeVe vault? 700K down to 300? Probably someone listing something at a crazy price. I don't know what it could be. Let's take a look at partner statue, see where they're at. I'm going to guess 1,200. Okay, there we go. 1,260 for partner statues, so nothing crazy there yet. Let's do Todd, the Todd Batman. 40 of them in the market. 411. Cool. That's up a little bit, but nothing that makes me think like, oh my God, it's craziness. 720 for Eddie Riso Batman. Not bad. Not bad, kid. Let's do, maybe it's a comic. Amazing Fantasy. See what Amazing Fantasy is at. Number 15, AF15. No, that's not it either. VeVe Gold logo. I don't think there's a way that had went crazy. It's 12 in the market. It's 40. Oh, well, that went up a little bit. Because you have it at it's $5,000 now. Ah, shit, $5,000. I am now, I guess, prepared to give Johnny Depp a $5,000 item to come on my stream. That I probably shouldn't have done that, but you know what? To get Johnny Depp on, it might be worth it. Might be worth it. Give me 1 second. 0.000. Okay, $5,000. All right, that's fine. What time is the party? My life is a party. My home is a club. Party like a rock star, dancing to a drop. Yeah, I don't know what it could be. I mean, the gold logo didn't go up that much. It's only up to like 5,000, which is fine. Randy, serious question: is David and Dan cheap Australia? Cheap Australia, New Zealand, similar? May explain. They are definitely frugal. Being frugal has kept them alive with a big bag in the war chest, but yeah, they didn't. I don't think they needed to be this frugal. Yeah, I would like to see him spend more money. Makes sense for Foster to start going into crypto. Yes, it would. Agreed, sir. And it says, is Stacker working? I gave up months. Yeah, it works brilliantly now. Like if you haven't tried it in months, try it now. It is brilliant. Foster's done a great job, but we need someone else on the OMI team with stronger marketing skills. So if it was up to Foster, he'd be doing everything. But I can't help but think that the red tape gets in the way. I have zero proof of this. This is just speculation. The conversations I've had with David over time is like, hey, what about this? Like, yeah, we'd love to, but X, Y, and Z. Like, I guarantee you Foster would love to do those types of things. I just don't see how he can do that without them signing off on it, because it seems that at VeVe, they just need sign-offs on everything, which is wild. Stacker's too much of a hassle. Anyway, well, they can't, Stackers, I mean, they couldn't years ago. It's very easy on Stacker. Stacker works better. Stacker works better than the VeVe app. Stacker works super quick. VeVe app tends to not. And Stacker burns OMI. Regulations definitely changed, but yeah, Stacker definitely is the better way to buy, because a lot of times it's cheaper. It burns OMI, and again, it's pretty easy to go in and cash out from there, because VeVe cash out is 10%, and Stacker cash out is 0. Does a big bag in the war chest seem like 50 mil? I would say 8 figures. You know, they probably maybe even like high 7 figures. I don't think they'd have 50 mil in the bank account though. I mean, you cannot give you 100K to do a live drop shows. Give me 100K? Like, listen. 100K is a lot. The channel is worth over $500,000. I'm not getting 100K to just do a live drop show. I would not get a tenth of that to do. I would not get $10,000 to do a live drop show. I'm sure I could get, 1,000, but because again, the channel justifies that, that $1,000, maybe $2,000, but 100,000 is a lot. And also, so I don't say this. This is good. Either way I say this is not going to sound great, but I've made more money this year than I have in any other year in recent history. And you could look at it 2 ways. You could look at it in a very negative way, saying like, well, 0 of that was from VeVe. Like I got 0 checks from VeVe. I made more money this year than I have in a while, and 0 of that was from VeVe. Or you could look at it and say, well, the decision that Randy Chavez made in 2021 to kind of really cover VeVe, ride VeVe's coattails, that got me into this like, I know you see me in this basement over here, but guys, the network, if anyone is out there right now thinking, what can I do to rub elbows with people like Randy Chavez does. Be good at what you do, be consistent, and outwork everyone. And I would also dare to say, and this is going to be very controversial, I think Gary Vaynerchuk has said it a couple times. Limit the time you spend with people that are negative, even if they're family. Stop hanging out around people who don't want to win. Look at your top 5 friends, the top 5 people you spend the most time around. Average their income together, and that's likely your income. Not saying to cut anyone off because they're poor. That is stupid. That is wrong. But hang around people that have similar vision as you. Work every single second of every single day. Because again, the decisions that I made in 2021 to pivot from 2 successful businesses to this world is the reason why the influence, the people out of the network, and the money that nobody really sees is all because of VeVe. I could have done this with any other company and it would not have been the same. VeVe helped me get most things that I have right now. Now, a lot of that was not because I did like a video like once a week, no, it's because I did videos every day, never stopped in the bear market, and I just fucking grinded. And I outworked everyone. Like every other YouTuber that you see out there that was repping VeVe at one point, I outworked every single one of them. And wound up being more successful. Maybe except for Taps makes insane money. But again, none of this, again, the money I made this year was very significant. And it would not have happened without VeVe. And the year ain't over. So that's how I choose to look at it. Again, people can be negative and be like, well, Chavez, you do all this, made all this money from these other companies, and VeVe gave you diddly squat, but none of this would have happened without VeVe for me. So I'm not saying I owe my entire success, because I owe it mostly to myself, because again, I outwork everyone, and having a good brain helps, but and then some luck, a lot of luck, but again, that's how I choose to look at it. Can get you in contact for a few years. Contact for what? Nobody's doing VeVe live drop shows anymore. That was fun of drops. So I was going to do it for Silver Surfer, but legit, like my best friend and roommate, just like I thought he was like having a hard time. He had to go to the hospital, and like I was legit driving to the hospital that day just to see what was going on. So I did not go live that day. I almost had to move my. It want to be like 5 minutes. Oleg Fomenko, the CEO of Sweatcoin, he came on the channel. I had to push that back a couple minutes because the hospital stuff. But you'll start seeing other people, including myself, doing drop shows because of the fact that drops are now selling out again, and people are now making money again. So you'll definitely see drop shows for that reason. I kind of shit on Altair, Assassin's Creed before, because they made less money than Zero Ghost, because Zero Ghost sold out. I think pretty quickly. I didn't even check it, but I wasn't even one of the people that bought. But they did, and that sold out. So as more, and that's a lot of stuff is selling out now. So I really see a big amount of people coming back and talking about VeVe as money gets into the NFTs again, which it already is, and as you get into digital collectibles. Charles Browner says, I agree, your videos kept VeVe alive during the bear market in terms of keeping VeVe on people's minds. Yeah, everyone else quit except for me. I mean, then you have Dr. Stuff and Crypto Rain. They had the OMI is my homie show that we all do. So they were definitely still around, but you know, I still did videos every day, live streamed every day. So I definitely hold, I don't have any qualms, or I'm no reservations about saying that this company would not be the same without me. But I also know that this company wouldn't exist without David, wouldn't exist without Dan, and I would not be in the position I am today without VeVe. So one hand washes the other. Hold on, Randy. If you do live drop shows, VeVe should sponsor. So, VeVe does giveaways. Actually, we could do a giveaway today. Let me, I don't know the exact quote, but give me a, you can call it faith. You could call it angels. You can call it whatever you want. Name that movie. Whoever names that movie, the quote from that movie, you know, whoever names the movie that quote is from, will get today's giveaway. You could call it faith. You could call it angels. You can call it whatever you want. So again, whoever does the whoever does that, lets me know what that is. You will get today's giveaway, and that'll be a VeVe giveaway, and then we'll do a Definity giveaway as well. But the first one is definitely going to be for VeVe. It was not the Big Chill. It was not. It was I don't know what the Big Chill is, but this one was definitely for. But listen to the voice. You could call it faith. You could call it angels. You can call it whatever you want. What is that? There's no. I don't think there's anything from that. Like, are angels ever mentioned in Pirates of the Caribbean? I don't think so. No, there's no. No, that's not Pirates of the Caribbean. Fun guess though. Fun guess. Well, the movie isn't called Angels. There are other words that are in the title that are. Penguin got it. It's Angels in the outfield. Woohoo! All right, Penguin, you get the VeVe giveaway. Comment down below your VeVe name, like the name on the VeVe account, not your name, but like the VeVe. Like, I'm Chubby Cat. No, Johnny Depp talks more like this. He doesn't have the rasp as much. Angel. So yeah, or DM me on X just what your VeVe name is, and then I'll get that to you. If SHIRO reached $100 million market cap tomorrow, what's the first thing you're doing? Oh God, I'm getting a SHIRO tattoo. 100%, 100% getting that SHIRO tattoo if we reach $100 million market cap. But yeah, comment down below. We'll get you that bread. Oh hey, we got VeVe Digital Collectibles saying join Randy Chavez live on YouTube, right? Meow 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 meow. Let's give them a little couple of hearts over there. And yeah, I'll message my collectibles so that you can win that giveaway. But you need to comment down below your VeVe name, and then we'll get that. Oh, daCat saying let's go. Woo. I can't wait for daCat drops. It's gonna be awesome. Thought it was the Fog Brothers from the Lost Boys. I have seen the Lost Boys before, and that's a great movie. Edward Herrmann's in it. I was like, oh, Edward Herrmann, Big Daddy Richard Gilmore. No idea. Anyway, Penguin, you get that whenever you want. We're gonna get back to the news here. Oh shoot, I didn't. Okay, go back to yesterday. Definitely yesterday. Bank of America says many banks are preparing to introduce crypto stablecoins. Agreed. Oh, hello, Truck and Hank. How's it going? Meow 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 meow. What do you think the announcement is? Oh God, I don't know. Gaming, right? If it's gaming, I wish I knew. I mean, a game. Again, I can't help but think that Roblox is still in the back of my mind. But Roblox had that big announcement a week ago, and VeVe was not mentioned. That there was no hints on VeVe. It just Maybe it is Minecraft. Maybe it's just like Microsoft in general. Blizzard? Blizzard would be dope. Oh my god. Well, David said Gen Z, but a lot of Gen Z is like adults now. I think he really means like because if we're talking about like a Roblox, 50% of their users are under the age of 13. That's Gen Alpha. That is clear. That is clear Gen Alpha. Yeah, my question. Do you know Penguin's his VeVe name? We can, because he won. Yeah, I don't know. It's got to be some type of gaming, and I wish I knew. Roblox? I don't know. I think Roblox actually has more active daily users. Yeah, dude, Fortnite would be legit. So I was at my friend Will's and Max's the other day, and they were playing Fortnite, and I was like, "Is that Spider-Man Noir?" He's like, "Bro, everyone's in this. Like, it's Thanos, it's Goku, it's Naruto." I was like, "Bro, is that Spider-Man Noir?" He's like, "Bro, everyone's in this." I was like, "This is so dope." Yeah, they've said today the big announcement has not come yet. Will it be tomorrow? Will it be? Mr. MC1 was teasing that before. Now, will it be tomorrow? Will it be after San Diego? I mean, there's no drops tomorrow, like on one of the grandest days of San Diego Comic-Con. So either we have a surprise drop or an announcement. Why wait for so? A lot of it has to do with legal stuff, signing off on stuff, and waiting for. Unfortunately, when you get up to like the big red tape, the big boys, it just stuff just happens. Meow 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 meow. Sticker white. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. All right. Anyway, while I wait, if it's not big, it should be big. Again, anything gaming should be big. Any recent gaming would be big. If it's at, all right, hold on. I gotta get. There's like 50 messages here that I haven't gotten to yet. Oh shit. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. I'm so sorry. I missed. I'm just getting caught up now in the daCat chat, and I am just like, God damn. Damn. Yeah, I'd become a daCat whale and get this alpha. What is this? Yellow buses burst through cloudy night. daCat's at the helm, their laughter echoing as they chase greatness shadows all. Live for the next 24 hours. All proceeds go back to daCat. Talking about daCat dreams on rodeo, yellow, but all right, that's really cool. That's really nice. Omicron's, hi, Uncle Randy, you're the man. You know how many people call me Unk now? Yeah, I know, I'm old. Maybe a secret drop on, yeah, definitely secret drop. MC did confirm there is an announcement on Saturday. Is that going to be the big announcement? I don't know. I mean, we've had plenty of announcements that were not the big announcement, which, yeah, that's fine. Keep us guessing. Is tomorrow going to be the big announcement? I don't know. If it was super big, I think VeVe probably would have had a booth there at San Diego, but yeah, I don't know. But thank you, Omicron. We'll see. We'll see what it is. I will be prepared to go live at a moment's notice. Although I am going to see Fantastic Four. So Valorant confirmed. Valorant. Team Valor for the win. David waiting on that perfect storm to make an announcement. It might be. Could just be the next best thing, but not quite me. How's it go? Thacker is a phenomenal website. Agreed. Sketch Lab says, I think it could be big, but not big, but heck, please let me be wrong and blow up. Or same. Blow my mind, please. Oh, my back. Oh gosh, my other back. Oh my god, my third back. Me. Okay. Sorry. Robert Geek says, what does everyone think about this drop? I believe the mechanics and the release are far superior to others on the platform. Offering a single collectible with a relatively limited number of mints helps maintain user satisfaction while also supporting the collectible's value. Close to the store price on the secondary. I'll probably throw like 50K MCP points on it. Seems about right. Oh God, chocolate cake looks so good, guys. I'm so freaking fat. Guys, I'm so freaking fat. I'm so freaking mother freaking fat. I will get back to the news in T minus 30 seconds. Okay. I can now get back to the news because I. Okay. Return you the level of Jedi Knight the Council does. I've taken this boy as your Padawan. Qui-Gon believed in him. Qui-Gon's defiant, a sensei. Need that you chosen one, the boy. Okay, all right. Sorry. So Fantastic Four. It was so good. Man, I want to see it. I want to see it. Main question is, will it sustain an OMI pump? This is probably going to be a VeVe announcement. So I don't necessarily see an OMI pump from it if it's going to be a VeVe announcement. So might be a moot point. Main announcement is VeVe. So that it would be much better if they like green candles is the best advertisement. Take 1% of that. Take $300,000. Buy the shit out of the token. Do T-wapping for across all exchanges for like a month, and that would pump the shit out of us more than anything. Ooh. 10 pull-ups was a lot easier when I was in shape. Okay, anyway, back to the news. Nike the Pig says we're walking away from this biased tournament organized by the Cock Advisor, as we can no longer support it in good faith. The Cock Discord snippet says it all. Common sense cuts right through it. We'll move on. Keep in mind and building. Best wishes all moving forward. Peace out. I respect them. Excuse me. I respect them for having integrity and doing the right thing. Nancy Mace, review. MicroStrategy plans to raise $2 billion for Bitcoin purchases, upsizing from 500 million. Did anyone get the Modville? That's another thing that it didn't sell out, but it made like $5 grand. 126. It made like 5,800. So yeah, I think, and this is the one that here 2169, the abandoned French Quarter of New Orleans acts as a safe haven for the population of artificial humans known as mods. World of crime and seemingly superpowered police ability, nefarious darkness grows in the shadows of Monville. By Mechanical Cake. I have one. I got one. Think that might sell out at some point. What we got here? We got, is it possible Mexi, known for their rigged orders and books, using trade bots, using bots to trade OMI? Possibly. That's why after every pump it dumps. At some point, the pumps will just outperform and you won't get that anymore. But yeah, that's possible. Mudville's near 100. Yeah, it's 126. 126. I would say, where's the, and it's holding a decent price at $8.69 on the, or $8 now. Hey, look at that informant, buying for $10, selling for $8.69. Clap it up. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it's in profit from $8 to $9.15. Not bad, not bad. Oh, Millie saying, who else stick around in Adelaide doesn't know the big announcement? Guy, like, ask David. I have never signed an NDA. I don't work for VeVe in any capacity. I don't know it. Again, like ask Dave, ask whoever you want. Ask my collectibles. Even when we were doing the, what's that called, the ambassador program, I never signed an NDA. Like I don't have like what's that from? Only act like a Paris Geller and Gilmore Girls. I only act like I know everything. most of what I can deduce or most of what I can think of and speculate on is just from what's public. I'm very good at it. But yeah, that's why. Did I mention Stacker World rocks? 100%. Did I? I thought I did say. Did I mispronounce it? I thought I did say mod. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm tripping here. Maybe I did not get a lot of sleep last night because I was on the phone talking to a special some pony. That's a My Little Pony reference. And if you get it, you get it. If not, no big deal. Anyway, let's continue on. Yeah, Slum Doge Millionaire yesterday. 392,000 followers over on X. And what did he repost? He reposted Randy Chavez saying, "Hey, meme coin communities, I'm currently writing a comic that'll be on VeVe later this year. It's about a bunch of animals that have their own planets, and the native species are fighting." Let's talk about some of these people. Initially, Sharby, Crappy Bird, and Chaos on the Chains all coming in, having characters in it, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful setup. Like 9 planets in a binary star system. And then after people knew what I was doing, Ladies on Solana, Solana Wolfpack, Space Penguins, I inked deals with all of them to write incredible, incredible comics. Their own comics in the daCat universe. And then after that, we had Nike the Pig and DigiJoints. They're like, "Hey, can we?" And I was like, yeah, of course. Ink deals with those communities. Now, Nike the Pig is one that was a lot of fun to write. But that's Charles Hoskinson's pig, and Charles Hoskinson loves Nike. It's one of the only 3 meme coins that he's in, and we will get a shout out from Charles Hoskinson as that gets closer to getting done. Be a lot of eyes on that. And then after that, I inked a deal with Heinecoin and Monkey. Heinecoin, I'm on page like 30 right now, almost done. Then you have Monkey, which I have not started on yet, but I will in August, and hopefully finish by the time I'm in Orlando with everyone. And then I have this one other community that I thought I did something with, but they have since ghosted me since Sunday. So I'll keep you all posted about that. But yeah, all of these, and Pro the Doge is a character in there, so he reposted, and just shout out to him for reposting that. Anyway, what do we got here? Oh god. Penguin says, one AMA between you and the Definity team. They've been doing more like AMAs on like spaces, which is fine. But yeah, they can come back on whenever they want. I just talked to Manu today, and things are going great. But again, I talked to him today. He's doing well. And the company, guys, I was talking to Believes Crypto about this for a good while after we stopped streaming earlier today. He's like, I think he'll start to promote it in the next couple of days, because every question, like, it just boom. And he's just like, he was at, like, when you're in sales, you have these things called buying questions. Like, well, how much would it be? Like, they're thinking about doing it. Well, how much would it be if I did this? Like, well, what if I, and he was just asking those buying questions. Wait, so they're partnered with who? I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, and they're doing this. What's DMA link? And like, what's the AI that they have, the anomaly detector, what's Axion AI, and just all of these buying questions, and you see it's turning. And I am nothing if not a great salesman. And again, me and Manu talk a couple times a week, and Definity is my biggest bag, like bar none, not even close. OMI's my second biggest, and I'm trying so hard to get it up there. It's just, I'm up to 275 million OMI now, and I feel like it's never going to be enough. Like, I'm never going to get it to the point of, especially if Definity runs, which it might, who knows. But if Definity does run first, then getting to 500 million OMI or billion, or even multiple billion, might come into play. Big Daddy says, I'm not surprised of, nope. We're not lying here. We're not lying here. We're just going to delete that comment. Bijuo Seisco says, just getting back into VeVe. Going to try and snatch up the crypto. If anyone's willing to sell under floor, I have that entire set. I personally love the Cryptkins. Not so much for ROI, but because I love the supernatural. I have a anti-demon possession tattoo on my back, and it works. I don't think I've ever been possessed. No, a man possessed. Sorry, love Steppenwolf. Or maybe I was possessed before. Anyway, I love Cryptkins. I don't know if they're going to have a big ROI, but I have that set. I've never sold. I will never sell, unless that set does like 100x from here. Molly, what? Sorry, notification. If you went to Hebrew school, you said the Talmud that justified. Okay, nope. Okay, we're not. We're gonna nope. We're not doing that. Amelia says Spider-Man Day is around the corner. My collectibles has said there's a drop announcement tomorrow. Oh, it's a drop announcement. Okay, so probably not the big announcement tomorrow, but a announcement, which is fine. Any MCP? Yeah, I'm gonna use about 50,000 MCP. Go for the Spider-Man, because it's the second scarcest Spider-Man, and it is a con exclusive, and there's like 500 of those. So yeah, I'm gonna get one. I don't expect it to be $1,000 or anything, at least not right away, but I expect it to double at least in value. And again, con exclusive. Spider-Man's great. All right, bro. You're just. I'm just gonna. We're just gonna ban it. We can't be bringing all that hate in here. All right. Sorry, brother. I don't know who he is. Dark Glass, 275 million OMI. I think last time I heard you. Yeah, like I said, I've been getting this spread, and I'm going. I went super hard, trying to get it to the point of where it is my biggest bag again. It's just not going to happen unless it goes crazy. I also have 3 gold logos now. I have 2 partner statues. I've been buying pretty heavy, but unfortunately, I'm out of money. So, nice. Thank you. Imagine you have the first Spider-Man, Batman, Walt Disney, Mickey Mouse, Iron Man, Captain America, NFTs on the blockchain, and nobody knows about you. Something is wrong. Agreed. Something is definitely wrong. I think we need to start marketing a bit. Oh my good golly gosh, Jen, you mad lass. Love you. Welcome. Far too kind. Okay, all right. We're caught up on comments. We're gonna get to the rest of the news, even if it kills me. Okay. Moonbirds has been one of the early leaders in this beginning of the NFT season, and it's easy to see why. They are bringing that energy. The regular updates, several daily engagement posts from the CEO and the official X page. It's worth following that simple playbook, because that's how you get eyes on your product. An active CEO is all we really need at this point, in my opinion, or at least an active Akomi account. Doesn't have to be Moon Talk, just on what we're able to do with the token. Personally, I don't think marketing the VeVe-verse would have really done a whole lot back in the day. Nobody cared about the NFT space. But now that whales are sweeping CryptoPunks floors with $10 million+ worth of NFTs in a minute, it's getting Web3's attention. And we've entered a very different environment now that we're on an upward trajectory. A bit of marketing nowadays goes a lot further than it did even just 2 months ago. So again, I say that this is one of the things that we need to start focusing on. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick calls for the Fed Chair Jerome Powell to resign. Agreed. Oh, we had Definity Markets yesterday saying we didn't stumble into crypto. We brought our TradFi experience with us. Decades in global banks, built FX systems, ran desks, served institutions. Now we've built Definity Markets. It's live, it's non-custodial, and we're already serving real customers with real volume. I've seen the volume. It's incredible. Donate my VeVe giveaway to someone else or a charity. I want that Definity. Okay. All right, we'll get this. I will. All right, Definity. Send me your. If you have Definity, send me your Definity address. If you just haven't, or send me your Ethereum address via DM on X, and then I'll get you something. All right. And we'll give it away to someone else. All right, who's always Charity? Okay, Charity. Let's do where are we doing here? Let's do get ladies here. Wait 1 sec. Pixar. Got a minute. Yeah. Where's my on your wall in your degree, your parents gave so much to you. Sorry. That song has been stuck in my head forever and ever. Let's make me last forever. Comment hi and win a giveaway. Okay. What we got here? VGU Disco. Okay, so yeah, Penguin, let me know your Definity address. Ow, I'm back. Okay, where were we? Oh God. President Trump got an epic welcome from Scotland. Good for you. Good for you. Everyone comment F down below to pay respects to Hulk Hogan, Ozzy Osbourne, and Queen VeVe. This has been the worst week for deaths in the world. If you, I didn't know Emily the Strange was a DS game that sold for like $100, but it is. VeVe viral post. We wanted cash out. They delivered. We wanted OMI to NFT. They delivered. We wanted OMI and collectible burns. They delivered. VeVeverse delivered. Biggest IP delivered. In real life events delivered. Cool drop promo videos delivered. Easier way to buy OMI on base delivered. The truth is that VeVe Official, Akomi, and Stacker World have delivered like crazy over the last year to year and a half. Now, hopefully, David Yu and Dan Carruthers come out of the shadows and start flexing up and hyping up the incredible ecosystem they've built, especially with the crypto NFT crowd during this grand opportune season. Crypto Cosmos saying VeVe has built something truly special. They've sold millions of NFTs during the bear market, has a real revenue generating business model for themselves and their IP partners. The VeVe CEO, David Yu, won the Entrepreneur of the Year award in New Zealand and represented New Zealand in the Global Award. VeVe and OMI have big things coming. I agree, sir. GameSquare just acquired CryptoPunk number 5577 from R. Leshner for $5.15 million. Also added 10 million in ETH to its treasury, now holding over $52 million total in Ethereum. NFT treasury companies are no longer just an idea. It's happening. Transferred 5 million OMI to Stacker in about 1 second. On point. Hey, ho. China is not known for emotional decisions. Take this at face value. 12 months to June 2025, China installed 464 gigawatts of new solar capacity. Interesting. Digital Grail says, if VeVe Official is the flame, then OMI Akomi is the spark. Without it, the fire never starts. VeVe Digital Collectibles, Akomi says, the spark to the flame. 2 billion was minted at the US. $2 billion USDT was just minted at the Tether Treasury yesterday. Pump those markets. Pump it up. Pump jam. David Yu talking with meet Rob and the team from Emily the Strange. That was at San Diego the other day. Somebody asked about the gem funding pool. And Boz says, with the removal of plans for crypto pay-in and out, the arrival of OMI to NFT, the gem pool was removed as a plan as it posed too many AML and regulatory issues. We'll continue to monitor the space, and maybe one day it'll change. No shit, what do we got here? Oh, God. All right, some answers from Foster here. We haven't gone over yet. They are from yesterday. Now, there's a guy named Dave saying, hi, Foster. I know you can't disclose any specifics, but can you give any indication of how far ahead in the plans for OMI that you're privy to? Roughly how many separate utilities and how many years ahead? Cheers, Pat. Foster said, hey, Dave. We have both short and longer term plans that we developed and iterate over time as we work towards delivering on the overarching goal of supporting OMI as the token that powers where the world collects. Currently working on plans in 2026 and releasing an updated 2025 priorities list and roadmap to let users know a bit more of what to expect. There are likely to be 3 to 5 things that could be discussed on the short-term one, and I'm looking forward to being able to talk about them as soon as I can. That is incredible. If Stacker is fully adopted, OMI will rock it. Agreed, sir. Agreed, sir. I'm good and feeling, maybe I'ma have the best. Foster continues on. Or somebody saying, is it safe to assume that Akomi isn't looking at paying to be listed? Rather, they want to satisfy the requirements for organic listings. There's utility, community sentiment, like the meme tokens do. Excuse me. Foster says, I wouldn't say that. We could probably pay to be listed on a dozen exchanges tomorrow, but would they be exchanges that increase visibility or accessibility to the token? You then have running costs for market making and liquidity that are further spread across markets that aren't accessible to users and do very little other than checking the box that you're listed on X exchange. Exchanges are businesses, and the biggest and most reputable exchanges just don't care about upfront listing money. They want engaged communities with significant trading volume to ensure it's a profitable endeavor long term. So we continue to build out the token with utilities that attract users and engagement. We'll continue to check the boxes. I'm confident we'll see listings that matter to the community. Some point. Can you comment down below your X account so I could message you, por favor? Yeah, sometimes if you want to buy ladies, like this happened when I had the slippage at like 20%. Sometimes there's very little liquidity on ladies, and you just gotta eat it. Eat it. Sorry. Who dis? I don't know how much OMI has been burnt from Stacker. I don't. I'm sure that's out there somewhere. I don't know where though. Speech. Oh. Okay, let's move on. DEVVE ecosystem roadmap we had talked about. Looks so cool. Looks so freaking cool. Looks amazing. Heck. Mother flapper. So, oh, drink something. Okay. Yeah. Love it. Thank you, dog boy. We love you, fam. We love you. Dog boy fed me his sausage the other day. What type of sausage was that? It was great. It's fantastic. 30-60K. Oh wow. Oh wow. Getting some big accounts. Yep. Agreed. None about daCat. Actually, no meow or any meow. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Where are we at? I'll keep that up there as we continue on through our list. DEVVE ecosystems entering its next phase of growth with DEVVE's core blockchain protocol of SHIRO and infrastructure in place. Our focus is expanding toward activating additional on-chain utility. This phase is where our ecosystem begins to support lending payments, token movement, and developer access, building on the foundations of the DEVVE ecosystem. When launched, DEVVE Exchange will serve as a hub for ecosystem activity, drive value utility within the network. Lending, liquidity provisioning, and token management are essential milestones toward this goal. These systems create movement, incentives, and participation across the ecosystem. Launching these critical systems is a key focus of this phase. We'll be opening the ecosystem to developers through the public shard, launching core DeFi capabilities, and preparing the institutional and compliance layers that will support sealed access. Each of these steps unlocks the next, building toward a fully operational exchange where DEVVE sits at the center of transactional activity. Love it. All right, actually, let me check something here real quick. Oh gosh, super cool, very good, very nice. Okay, what's DEVVE at right now? It is going to be at 50-ish cents, 51, 52. daCat's doing pretty well. ETH's not doing too bad. Crappy Bird's still hanging in there. Earth2 Essence is down quite a bit. All in all, not bad. Public shard. Austin from DEVVE is particularly excited about the public shard. It was something we were pushing for a while. Gary O at 1234CA3 on X says, not to create hysteria, but floors are being bought up. Someone just bought the floor in the Stanley Fine Art Collectible, Bill Sienkiewicz. None on Stacker World and only 2 in the marketplace. Do what you will with that info. Vincent Zerzolo on Fox 5 talking about addiction. Love that, man. Love it. 666,666 users on VeVe. The haters were right. VeVe's evil. On a serious note, glad to see user base slowly growing over the last month. 300 new accounts over the last X amount of weeks. 3 to 5K weekly active users, and we literally had 2,000 active users 2 days ago. My theory is that all we need is 5 to 10K new active users for a full-on VeVe bowl. Very achievable, says VeVe Viral. Oh yeah, looking good. Randy, only good KOL left. Meow 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 meow. We love you, Grumpy. Grumpy, why are you so cute, bro? Why are you so cute? Why are you so good? What do you eat to get that good looking? Meatport says, not your keys, not your Pioneer Tacoma. I've officially taken custody of my 1 of 9 Pioneer Tacomas. Real asset ownership should be studied. Now, Gunzilla somehow figured out a way to give self-custody in their game assets on Xbox, PS5, PC. I don't know the specifics on how they guaranteed the commissions on OpenSea. I would love to know. But either way, it's exciting to see that people are embracing that, and whatever they can do, hopefully VeVe can contact. How did you do that? And then they, they follow suit. President Trump headed towards the Federal Reserve yesterday, met with Powell, and now suddenly Powell is not only not resigning, but looks like he's going to do the right thing next week. Maybe we get rate cuts. For the love of all that is holy, cut those rates. President Trump said he is getting ready to head. Yep. President Trump says we should have the lowest interest rates of any country. Agreed, sir. Agreed. Bro, there's Cheez-It Baconator. There's Baconator Cheez-Its. Pink Panther says, I'll try Stacker tomorrow for the 5th time over the last 6 months. If it doesn't work, I'm done. I'd like to buy some grails with all these OMI tokens that I have. Ooh. You know what? You know what you should do? You should get a sub 100 Todd. That is what you should get. That, let me know. Ask me how you can do that. Bro, Definity's crushing it. Crushing it. I love the David Yu representing Big Debut, San Diego Comic-Con, Hyde on VeVe. Love it. Bitmine's immersion ETH stash doubles to more than $2 billion in corporate Ethereum treasury race. Christie's offers $1 billion in luxury real estate to buyers paying with crypto. Very nice. Very nice. Tom from DEVVE says, now that the baseline is out, we'll have more to continue explaining and showing as well. There'll be more explanation information given on the public shard, how we're implementing and running it, and other bits of description and explanation and show and tell along the way. Austin and I are doing weekly updates, and the team has a number of details coming out across the board on our various roadmap items. Logan Paul blames partners for the Crypto Zoo rug pull in a lawsuit alleging it was a scam. So he's not denying it was a scam. He's just saying that it wasn't him. It's probably partially him. I do know the one guy, he used to call himself Guru Collectibles. He tried to scam people in Pokemon, tried to scam people in crypto. He clearly succeeded in scamming people at Crypto Zoo. Dude was a bitch. Maybe Logan got tricked. I don't know. Hide Ashcan booklet and redeem your exclusive digital collectible on VeVe. No, there's a tip on Stacker. Use mobile, not a PC. My PC didn't work. Mobile was flawless. Same. I do not have a PC, but I have mobile. Grumpy, do you have a VeVe account, Grumpy? Link down below to get the account. You get 10 free gems. And Grumpy, if you do that right now, you'll win today's VeVe giveaway. If you do that. Meow, 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 meow. And also link down below, sign up for the DEVVE exchange. You're going to want to do that. I would like another Spider-Man secret rare and a couple of Todd Batman. Shoot me a DM, and we'll see about getting you a couple things. I like it. Okay, I'm sorry. Keep going. Oh God, that's hysterical. It's quick. All right, Tom Anderson going saying, it's quick, but we'll walk before we run. The first step is getting the testnet for the public shard up and running, and people can explore and build. It'll take some time for people to create their own applications, and during that time, we'll finalize details on standing up the production capabilities. Once everything is up and running, though, it'll be very quick on an ongoing basis to stand up your own application. One of the most important things we're building. Thank you for the nice notes I've read. And two main reasons for the delaying of the roadmap. One was the addition of the public shard, which is significant. The first time people will be able to see the API and use it. People will be able to see how DevX works and how easily they can build on it. We've restructured resources to account for that. The second reason was the platform launch and what it all entails. We've made strong progress on the lending platform, for example, and I'm excited to show people progress there. There are overall opportunities to push forward some components within the platform launch. We needed to get our arms around the platform launch. Would look like given some of that opportunity. Very good. Why am I itching to get a third logo? Is it because I have a third logo? Is that why? Is that why? Also, be advised, logos are $5,000 now. So you're gonna have to pay a pretty penny. It's like cat when he tells dog, you're gonna have to wake up pretty early in the late afternoon to get one by me. $5,000 to get one. So am I that voice from Star Fox 64? Because good luck. You think we see this? I freaking hope so. I definitely leaning towards it. If we get some rate cuts next week, yeah, we're gonna be sitting pretty, girl. Girl, tell me something, girl. Are you happy in the morning? Or do you need more? Oh, my friend. There's no way she's like, okay, hang on one second. That's hysterical. Oh, that is hysterical. Oh God, sorry. Hold on. 8 years ago? No. Uh-oh. Nope. Rip. Okay. Anyway, going to full retard on Red Spidey as a minnow in a whole pond. I don't give an F about MCP. Need to secure the scarce piece. I mean, I'm doing 50K MCP, and that's probably fine. You could do obviously however much you want. Meow 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 meow. I feel like my hair is a little uneven here. Okay, maybe it's not. James Wood. Missed my last one. That's all good, buddy. Have you got any scoop on the upcoming announcement? Well, there is a announcement happening tomorrow. I don't know if it's the announcement. It's probably not the announcement, but it is probably a announcement. We'll see. We'll see. Despite what O'Milly purports, claiming that I know things when I don't. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Okay. Are we still on? Dude, there's so much news. I'm sorry. Logo on stock. Oh. All right, you gonna get it? You gonna get that bread? Could I get that? I could get that bread, but I have so much other stuff. I'm done buying for now. Please, no one buy things. No problem. Cancellation delays, summer travel meltdown. Now rumors swirling around mechanical issues on American's flagship Boeing 787-9s. Airline just responded, yes, one Dreamliner was briefly grounded for this month due to cabin lighting issues. It's resolved. All 4 premium jets are back in the sky. Someone swept 5 CryptoPunks yesterday, totaling $920,000 and bringing the all right, we're going to go and see. Forever and ever, let's make this last for. All right, Moonbirds, what are we at? We are at 1.664 ETH. And what is an ETH? How much are we at here for an ETH? 37 hundo. So what is it? 1.664 times 37 hundo. That is $6,100 for a Moonbird. Now let's do. Should we do CryptoPunk? We'll do Pudgy Penguins first. 15.8 times 37 hundo. That's $58,000 floor for a Pudgy Penguin. And let's do a CryptoPunk. That is 52 ETH. which is bananas. That is $192,000. God damn. Name this movie quote. When you tell somebody something, depends on what part of the United States you're standing in. That's just how dumb you are. I would love to see the vehicles on VeVe. Oh, I don't know that movie quote. I don't know that one. This way you got my ex as well, right? I don't have your, did you send a message? Is your name P1 Gwyn? Okay, hold on. P1 NGU 1N. Is that you? You are following one person follow. Let me know. Dark Lives, would you ever own a CryptoPunk if it cost you 20% of your net worth? No, I would not. I would not. Okay, yeah. If you can, like, just comment on one of my things, if you can. Maybe you did. You did not. Just oh, maybe you did. Nope, that was a guy named Walter James. Talking about SHIRO. Oh, a Joker kitty. Meow. Meow meow. Meow meow. Meow meow. Meow. Oh God, what is the name of that song? Oh, Rhythm Sticks. That's the name of that song. Burt Reynolds and Smokey and the Bandit. Of course. Okay. We still have other stuff to go over. Johnny Depp. Love Johnny Depp. Hopefully he comes on. Hope he comes on. Amy Jo Johnson wants to return the Power Rangers. Amy Jo Johnson. So she follows me, and she's been curious about the podcast, and I think it's possible that she can come on. It would be great. Tom Anderson says, fraud, theft, and loss public address specific concepts. You'll be able to protect your assets with them. Separate from that is private key management. We've had good discussions with a number of hardware wallet companies in which you'll be able to maintain your private keys in your hardware wallet. Those two concepts are not directly technologically related in terms of direct implementation, but together make more powerful protection on your assets. Way to go, Tom. Way to go. Who said no one makes money anymore on VeVe? Bought for $77 2-ish months ago. Too bad VeVe is dead. And it is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man number 64. He bought for $77, and now I guess is $3,100. Oh no. It is 600. 600. Very good. Very good. Dude, how much stuff did I freaking thing yesterday? Okay, all right, we're almost done. We're almost done here. Utility, yep. Okay, very good. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Most of yesterday, $675 million was liquidated from the cryptocurrency market. On this day, 13 years ago, I was at Taco Bell with 6 losers that didn't have Facebook. They were my best friends. Knowledge exists in 2 forms: lifeless, stored in books, and alive, the consciousness of men. Albert Einstein. Oh, this was a nice photo from last year. Good times, good times. Fidelity has bought $210 million worth of Ethereum, its biggest ever. Whales are loading. Mechanical Cake. Gary O says, we picked up your comic on VeVe Official. Beautiful art. I'm reading it now. Have fun. San Diego Comic-Con. You gotta believe. And okay, friends. Good times. Anyway, shout out to the 300 people that are here. Let's go over some crypto Twitter, shall we? Let's do Josh Mandel saying, move out of GLD deck into degen into gold miners expiring Q1 2026 is working. I hope people have seen these posts about trying to get to February 2026, hard to cut losses and roll forward. I don't even know what GLD is. All right, what we got here? Good night, everyone. Oh, who dis? Who dis? I love the recent sale. What recent sale? What recent sale? Oh my gosh. Did you just get, hold on. Just get a logo? Did this mother flapper just get a logo? Let's see. He did not. Okay. James Woods saying, have you heard from Rain whilst he's out there? Looking forward. No, I'm letting him have fun. They just have a bunch of a picture of me, Tammy, and Rita Baby in Vegas last year. And we'll all be in Vegas again this year. Good times. Anyway, no, when people are on vacation, I kind of like to leave them alone, you know. I like to go in and just say, like, let them have vacation, you know. Love the recent sale. I'm buying Polygon, extremely undervalued. Very nice, very nice. No. I meant Stacker recent sale. Oh yes, Stacker. We love Stacker. Making me consider it just because you have 3. So be advised, if Johnny Depp comes on my stream, I have to give him one, and I'll only have 2. So, you know. But if somebody buys my logo right now for 30,000, I will buy the bottom 2, and I'll have 4. Because yeah, I'll spend 10K. If somebody buys my logo for 30,000, I'll spend a third of it on more logos. And that's it. Yeah, Stacker is very impressive. Sold a Secret Rare Grogu and bought a Walt there too. Super sleek. In 360 view from the VeVe gallery on YouTube. I have not. Someone can send me that. That'd be great. That'd be great. What we got here? Okay, hold on. Experience. Oh, full self-driving in California. Oh, Suye build to host Gallo, the London Police, Pez, and Flying Fortress at our gallery on HQ on August 2nd. Good for them. Imagine redeeming with 3. Bro, yeah, right. Imagine redeeming with 4 one day, 4 day one. Depends what OMI does, bro. Like if OMI does like a 10x and collectibles stay down here, yeah, I'll go crazy on them. Addicted. Okay, Josh Mandel. Homies Max and Janie getting that bread. Good night. The song accompanies the art. It does. We have here. Make it 5. Well, no, because then it would be like $10,000 for the next logo. Like if I buy the 2 that are on the floor right now, it's 5,000 each. 10K. You know, I have like 18K left that I can do whatever with, right? And a good bit of that should go to OMI, and a small amount of that should probably go to me. That's what I would like. At 30K though, but you know, who knows if I get that. It is only 6x the price of the floor, and it's the number 41. Building Galactus, it's really cool. Damn. 1963 mint on Spider-Man number 5, 1963. Comms and Crypto is just incredible. Love them. Baby. Charles Hoskinson. After a long, hard day, it came home to a cat in the hat. Awesome. Nike the pig. All right, that's going to be it for me. It's been 2 hours, and it's 50% chance of true AGI by 23. That's insane. 300 people here, 2 hours. Comment, like, and subscribe. I have a lot of stuff to do. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you. Goodbye, guys. Meow, meow, Randy. Never mind, I'll fall.